Hey everyone, and welcome to Boho Jewel. I am Sandra Bells, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to 2022. So the other night I posted a video, just sort of a last minute thought, and shared kind of my exploration with the new Dream Book planner that I got, and kind of my thoughts on coming into a new year after the crazy couple of years that we've had, right? So just kind of inspired to do that. Well, I have been working in this thing a little bit more. I'm going to show you guys. And I wanted to share with you a little more detail about all the stuff that I've been doing in here. Not necessarily my personal details, but how awesome I think this is as far as a planner for creative people. So I actually, full disclosure, I did reach out to the Dragon Tree Company, and I do have an affiliate link with them now. So I'm going to be posting that below, but just know that this is all me. This is my honest thoughts on this planner and using this. They're not, they're not like telling me what to say or anything like that. So I just really enjoy it. I think it has helped me a lot over the past few months, and I think it's really going to help me coming into the new year as well. Do you like the breeze that's happening? I have my window open. About to get dramatic. So I'm going to share this with you guys because I do feel like this is a great source for people if you're a creative thinker, if you're an artist, if you have your own business or all of the above. Regular planners tend to be very goal oriented, and it tends to be like, just task oriented, right? And for me personally, I find like I'm never short on ideas. Like I literally, you guys, have notebooks like in different places in my house where I have ideas for things that I'm coming up with, and every so often I go back and reference them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do, or I already had a plan for this, and now I have the time and the resources to make it happen. So to have just a task planner, I tend to over plan. I tend to overfill my schedule beyond like being able to accomplish it, and then I feel like crappy about myself. We don't want to do that. So this, I find it kind of just going, if you take the time to go through it and go through the processes, I think it's amazing in helping you figure out exactly what your goals are. Not just as in business or, the typical things everybody does right now, like, oh, I'm gonna make $1 million next year. I'm gonna lose 50 pounds, whatever. You can do that, but it's more about kind of looking inward and in a legitimate process that I don't think anybody would find like too woo-woo or anything like that, to figure out who you are as a person, what your priorities are, and how you can work your life and your goals around that. And then a really, like, for me, it's a perfectly structured format to actually be able to plan my week successfully and be able to get things done without frustration, without overwhelm. So I'm going to flip you guys around and I'm going to show you a few things. So this is my planner that I've been working from. I actually got it back in August. I had to go back and look, and for some reason I think I said March in the other video. I don't know why I said that. But you can see, I'll just flip through quickly. You can see all the work I've been doing in here. And you guys, it's really neat the way everything is broken down. So this was the older planner. So the one now is a little different, but the basic structure stays the same, and love the little color. I'm going to keep that for future use. So this is the newer planner. This is the one I was showing you guys the other day. And you can choose from a couple of different covers, which I think is really nice. And I like the spiral. I just like the spiral bound. And then she links you to a video where you can actually do the little ribbon thing, which I think is clever, so you don't have to worry over it falling apart. And then here's the cover for this one. I haven't quite put it in yet, obviously, but I really like it. And you can choose from a couple of different covers as well if you get the complete set, which also comes with these cute bookmarks. This one's already in it. These really nice big bookmarks, and then there's a couple of smaller ones as well. Very pretty. So I like pretty things in my planners. There's a third one. It might still be on. Well, I thought I had it in here somewhere. It's somewhere. And so I like the pretty things. And I think when we're creative, we like the pretty things, right? We like to decorate our things. We like to make them special. And then these are intention papers that were also sent with the set. So they are bay leaf papers. Smell it a little bit. It doesn't really have too much of an odor. but these are meant for setting intentions or releasing things from your life that you don't want anymore. And I think this is just a nice little extra kind of thing. And it tells you how to go about doing that. So if it's your thing, I think you'll enjoy it. If it's not, it's not. It's still a good planner, but I love this. And that's a big part of this, is that you're focusing your intentions, and we're doing things more mindfully, and we're thinking more about where our minds are and what we're doing and what we're wanting. So I think that's part of what I'm appreciating about this on my personal journey this upcoming year. But so here we have the pretty, they're magnetic bookmarks. I just have to show you. I just think they're so pretty. So, okay. So what you'll find with this, you get into it, it discusses like kind of what the book is about, what the purpose is, and then it goes through a lot of questions, and what you think, you relate to most in a list of values, gifts, and then rate yourself where you find yourself in different areas of your life right now. And then here's my little doodles that I did, kind of visualizing in 3 years where you want to be and what you want to be doing, which I think is kind of neat. And then it goes more and more questions. And so this is the part, there's several pages here. This is the part that takes a little time, right? It takes a little soul searching, which I think is okay. I'm gonna flip you guys back around again. So yeah, that's where I spent a lot of my time the other day, and even today. So yesterday I worked on it some, and then today I really kind of started getting into the crafting and planning stages. But you get all of these different questions. I didn't want to leave it on here too long. I don't want anybody reading all my stuff. But I wanted to share with you things about like creating and exploring and playing. Like, what do you want to do? What does your life look like in 3 years or in 10 years? What are your lifetime goals? Who's in your life, right? How do you connect with your community? What are your dreams as far as your livelihood, your career, your relationship, your family? So these are things I think we tend to forget about, especially in Western culture. We tend to maybe not really prioritize as much as we should. And so just like going through this, just naturally answering the questions, and what I found was like a lot of it is so connected. It all kind of comes down to the same little bubble of things, and then you decide what your main priorities are, right? What do you care about the most, and how is that going to lead you into your passion, whatever your passion is, whether that's work, whether that's doing charity work, whether that's raising a family, or whatever it may look like for you, right? And so then we get to the crafting section right here. And so she talks about, I believe it's a she that wrote the whole thing, that developed this, Brianna Borton, I think is her name. So, it gives you a little message from your higher self, which I think is cute. And then you're going to create your table of goals. So then like here you have your lifetime, but you have one for a year, for 3 years, for 10 years. And this is your ultimate, this is, what you want things to look like. So what are some major things? And then what are the small things surrounding that? So on here she has like travel the world. So the places that you would want to go. So Japan, Costa Rica, Copenhagen, New Zealand, and then learn the rituals, mobile schooling for kids. So then you would kind of start breaking it down already. So then you do that for each year. And then you have your breaking it down even further. And all of this is what I find really, really helpful with my creative brain, and the way that things just, like, I get ideas and I have an idea of what I want to do, and I have a lot of those, and then I get so overwhelmed that nothing happens because it seems like way too much. And doing all of this, I promise you guys, if you have that struggle, this is going to help. I know it seems like a lot, but it definitely helps. So you take that, right? You take your ideas, and then you're going to break it down one by one. So this one, the example is start a nonprofit, right? And this is like within your 1 year, your 3 year, again, it breaks it down. So we're looking at this year. So this is one of your goals. Well, what is it going to take to start that nonprofit, right? And you pick 3, which I think is also helpful. Like, yes, help me to prioritize and help me decide exactly which 3 are the top 3 for this year. And as I did this, and here's what I'm loving about this so much. I never thought I'd get so excited about a planner. But what I'm loving about this is seeing how, okay, this is my year plan, and these are the 3 things, and this is what I want to do with it. And then that actually is going to lead over to something else. So something I thought was a goal in 3 years or 10 years, by then is actually just going to be a healthy habit or a better habit or something that I got rid of or already finished. So then that opens up for new things. I hope that made sense. So anyway, so you break those down that way. And then it even talks about like ritualizing. And I love this. It says, you know, not to make it like weird for anybody, if anybody thinks this is going to be weird when I say ritual, but more like creating a space for yourself where you can open up and really just breathe, take time, and have that time. So there's one sentence that I underlined just to remind myself, because I tend to get into a hurry a lot and like, oh, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time. And the question is, where am I trying to get to so fast that I'm willing to sacrifice savoring the present? So that kind of sums this up. Like, let's all just take time this year, starting right now, whenever you might be watching this or needing this, wherever you are right now, like start taking time to live the life you're living. Like that for me is huge. So, but then it just kind of gives you some guidance in how to create a space where you can calmly sit down and actually make your plans for the year, for the month, for the week. And then it breaks it down even further. So then you break down in your quarters and your months. What am I accomplishing in this next 3 months, right? Or in each quarter, I'm sorry. So it breaks it down throughout the year, and then you have the little dots where you fill in which quarter it's going to be, and then you break it down further into the quarter, month by month, right? So then you break it down into those months, and then you break it down even further, and I know this seems a little extra, but trust me. So then you have your monthly breakdown. Let me find February. I don't want you guys seeing my stuff. I'm shy, if you can't tell. So then you take your goals that you've broken down, and then you go month by month. Oh, let me pop. Okay, I didn't want you to wait while I was looking. So then you have a nice big month planner right here. And it even has like the moon cycles and when astrological signs start, which I think is kind of fun. Just, you know, I don't know a lot about that, but I think it's kind of fun. Okay, so then you further break it down. So say here's February, and this is, you know, you have several spaces for projects, and this can be anything from, you know, a work project or something with your kids or fitness goals or spiritual goals, whatever it may be. And you write down your project, and then you write down tasks that it's going to take for that project to come to fruition. So this to me is super helpful because it made me realize that I'm not doing as many things as I thought I was doing, in a good way. So we're constantly busy, we're constantly running in circles, right? And this shows me, like, again, a lot of things kind of overlap and a lot of things lead one into the other. So this just sort of visually for me, the way my brain works, helps me to break it down and see exactly what I'm doing, right? And it kind of takes some of that pressure off. So then when you go to plan your week, we have these spaces. It's our weekly boot camp. And so then you write down, these are the examples that are in the planner for you. So I love that there are some examples, but you know, what are your top 3 goals for this week? And so you go back to the things you wrote down before and you're like, okay, this is what I want to accomplish this month. What can I do this week? Right? And then you have other things here, rituals for thriving. So additional things like exercise, meditate, journal, dance, play, sing, massage, stretch, you know, whatever. All kinds of things. And then this is, what is my focus going to be? And right here, what's written is increase productivity by making sure my health comes first. So that's what I'm saying. It's not all about like, what can I do this week to make money, right? What can I do this week to be productive? So it's kind of really making your entire life something to enjoy. And like, what the heck else are we here for? Seriously, right? And then this I appreciate. It's like wins from last week, what I gained, how I grew. This was really helpful for me over the last several months when I was working in this planner, because it kind of made me reflect and realize, yeah, every week we're going through something, right? How will I reframe something I find difficult, painful, or stressful? And how will I create more freedom in my life this week? So this is just kind of a nice thing to do, like on a Sunday night or Monday morning or whatever at the end of your week, to say, okay, I'm reflecting, because I think we forget how much we really do. I think we forget what we really go through on a weekly basis, on a day-to-day basis, and how things affect us, like how certain things can even, can be incredibly wonderful, or how some things can even maybe be a little traumatic. And we just pass everything by so quickly without taking a moment to really absorb and see what that's doing to us physically, mentally, and what that's doing in our lives, how it affects our families or our careers, things like that. And then there's a page where you can doodle, you can draw things, you can write goals. Again, if you're an artist, if you're creative, like, we like the doodling, right? We like the drawing. We like making things personal. And then we have our week by week playbook right here. Okay, so on this side, you write your tasks. This is broken down as well in complete tasks from last week. What is your monthly plan? So you go back and look at, okay, this is what my goals were for this month. What can I do this week, kind of thing. Your life duties, things like laundry, write out the budget, pay the car bill, taxes, meal plan, things like that, life things that we forget about. And this right here was helpful to me as well, you guys, over the last several months, going through this planner right here. Okay, like this really made me see how much I do, because I would write down so much stuff that I wanted to accomplish for my business, or, for myself, or something I wanted to do. And I was like, well, why didn't I do it? I didn't do anything. Well, I did. I did a lot of stuff in the house. I did a lot of stuff with my kid. I did a lot of adult tasks that needed to be done. And so just breaking it down, not only does it make you feel like you're accomplishing something when sometimes we think we don't, but it also allows you to schedule it in and not be overwhelmed. So I'm going to show you a blank page, what the blank page looks like. So here are the blank pages, and it allows you space to write in all of your times. So when you wake up in the morning, for me, I'm going to reprioritize again. I've kind of lost it over the last couple weeks, but waking up at least an hour or so before my daughter, to have my cup of coffee, to read something inspirational, to kind of just get into the day, to take a few moments to reflect, to look at my daily plan, to look at what I'm doing this week. Okay, and then we have that hour where she's getting up, and we breakfast, and we this and that and the other, right? And so writing that down and putting it in specific time slots, I cannot tell you how much that helped me, and how much I know that this is going to help me with my new goals this year, with the things I want to accomplish and the things I want to do, because it's so easy. Again, like I said earlier, like, I would overtask myself. I would write down so much stuff and then be like, where did my day go? And then it's like you're behind from the beginning of the week on. So for me, the way my brain works, the way I think a lot of creative people's brains work, I think this is an amazing resource to just utilize. But definitely, it's like anything else, if you get it, you've got to actually sit down and do a little bit of the work. I'm trying to think, I feel like there was something else that I wanted to share. So it does break it down quarterly, and then I think there's one that you can get without the dates still. This one was not dated, and I got that on purpose. I got one without the dates in it because I was starting in August. But this one does have the dates, which I like. Now, I got this one, and I could still be using this one. In fact, I'm going to hold on to it for a little while, because I think it's interesting to have this and see what I wrote down in the beginning, and then maybe after this year, or even in a few weeks, regroup and see where I'm at compared to what my goals and things are now. From year to year, I'm just like that. But I could be still using this, but I got it in August, actually, because the school year goes from July, from like August to July or something, when the kids get out of school. And so I needed something for that time frame. But I'm going to be homeschooling my daughter now, actually, and other changes have happened in my career, in life. And so I just wanted a fresh start. I just wanted something where I was like, okay, new planner, new lots of life things happening. So that's why I chose to get a new one. So really, even if you come across this, I know they are like on social media and stuff too. You know, you could pick it up any time of the year and get started on it. Anytime you're feeling inspired, anytime you're feeling like you want to make some kind of a change in your life. So I think this is just so different than a lot of other motivational things or a lot of other planners that are so very, very structured. This allows you to create your own structure, which I love. I adore that. And then they have, you know, they have the bookmarks. They have some other stickers and things. I think I used up all of my stickers that I got the last time, but you know, just cute little stickers. I put one on all the pages because, you know, like I said, I'm an artsy fartsy, a little bit extra kind of girl. So I just like cute little sticker sheets, some that say plan, some that say dream. So lots of good resources. They also have an apothecary on there if you guys want to check that out. I plan on trying some of those things as well, just a side note. But anyway, I hope you guys find that helpful. And if you're looking for a planner, if this is something that you've been curious about, because they have been around for a while, and I know sometimes it's like, everybody thinks it's great. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I really, really do enjoy it. And I think I'm going to be using this forever. So I hope you guys have had a good, safe entrance into 2022. Yeah, and I hope the year goes really well for you guys. I just had a sad thought about Betty White and how that was a horrible way to start the new year. And I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm very attached to the Golden Girls and to her, and I don't want to cry. But I know that was just a sad way to start the year for a lot of people. But I think, you know, now I feel like she's in a happy place too. She's an amazing woman. Anyway, I didn't mean to bring you guys down. But anyway, so if you guys have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I will put the link below that I have. And I think I'm going to try to start doing some inspirational videos again a little bit more too, just as I come across things, as I come across something that I feel like maybe would be worth sharing. Let me know what you guys think about that, and if you enjoy kind of hearing some inspirational things every so often. I know I do. All right, you guys, well, happy 2022. I will be back with some crafty creative videos next week, and I'll see you soon.